Well, hey guys, welcome back to another video. Now today I've got a nice guest that's come down to see me. I'm going to introduce you to Neil Pickup, 3 times World Arm Wrestling Champion, absolute legend in the arm wrestling sport. Neil.
Sir Edward.
How are you, sir?
How are you doing, son? I'm
yeah, very good.
About the fact that I managed to get you into this thing, mate.
So Neil rung me up on a podcast one day and just said, look, Ed, I just want to get you on, I just want to introduce you to the arm wrestling fans. So I've seen a lot of Rob Vigin, so I said, I quite fancy a little dabble at him. He had him in his phone book, give him a text, and within 5 minutes he was on the phone and we're at each other's noses and we're...
I liked how he did that as well.
It was good.
I like the
Fair
fact
play.
that he immediately brought his mum into it and his wife. Talked about his missus.
Well, it only takes 5 minutes for anyone to get in his wife. So.
There you go, you see, so... Yeah, we worked quickly.
So it turns out I'm going to do the World Arm Wrestling League.
World Arm Wrestling League is the biggest professional promotion of arm wrestling on earth. The guy he's arm wrestling, Rob Vigin Jr. Don't let the junior bit throw you off. This guy is the reigning and defending World Arm Wrestling League middleweight champion. So he's going in deep water super quick. Now we know Eddie's up for a challenge, but everybody's seen viral videos of Devon Larratt slapping the crap out of Thor Bjornsson. It's fair to say that Eddie's standing at the bottom of a mountain and he's looking up into the clouds a little bit.
So Rob is the current World Arm Wrestling Champion, middleweight?
Yeah, middleweight.
Is that right?
He's basically anywhere up to 205 pounds. So this is a smaller guy.
And I'm 385 pounds.
But the funny thing is though, we're talking, I always describe you as, Ed Weird. He's a weirdo. Nobody's that strong, it shouldn't be normal. Now then, Rob Vigin Jr. in his own area, in his own backyard, is exactly that guy. This is a fella who's made for the game. He's like a freak designed by God to rip people's arms off. His hands are massive. It's the kind of bloke, you see him take a frigging wedding ring off and your kids start doing hula hoops. He cannot pick his own nose. Physical impossibility. So
brilliant.
It's all about, you talk about strength and you talk about size, but in arm wrestling, size is not necessarily governed by the same parameters, the same criteria. What you're bothered about in arm wrestling is length of arm, size of hand, leverage. I mean, this guy's got legs. Last time I saw a set of legs like that, they're hanging out the nest.
Have you ever seen Sesame Street with Big Bird? That's what Rob looks like.
That is a similar look. But he's got a natural 20-inch arm.
That's quite impressive.
It's an impressive arm.
That's quite impressive.
For that weight.
Yeah.
His forearms around 16, 17 inches.
Right.
It's a very, very big individual and it's all in the right place. He definitely bought all his body parts from the top shelf of the arm wrestling shop. What I'm going to say is, right, everybody's going to be thinking out there that this is going to be another of those situations where a guy comes from another sport. It's Conor McGregor Mayweather.
Yeah.
You're going to cross over, you're going to get involved with a guy who's an elite level competitor in their sport and you're going to get your ass kicked.
Yeah.
Now, mate, you might not win. I mean, joking aside, we've talked about this, you might not win. But the aim of this whole thing is, it's a real challenge, and to make it so that coming away from that match, Rob knows he's been in a match.
Yeah.
And that's the idea. So what we've got to do is...
I'm going to rip his arm off, mate.
There you go. I like your work, son. We've got to look at what you've got naturally, because truth be known here, right? We've just been talking about this before we went live. Your travel regime's immoral.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not like we've got a lot of time. We're here at the Strength Asylum on one day.
Yeah.
We've got no time to work. So what we've got to try and do is find what you do well normally on an arm wrestling table and see if we can get you into that lane. Really
from today, Neil, I'd like the sort of your top 10 hints and tricks to sort of get me the best I can be ready for the World Arm Wrestling League, Now there's one thing, I did detach my bicep. I detached the long head. So basically the long head is the outer bicep that attaches on the shoulder. That completely detached and is rolled down, and I've got a gap where the long head bicep was. It's more of a monocep.
What we've got to do is prepare for some deep water, because that's what we've thrown you into.
Yeah.
Now, if you were going to start jumping into dark water, uncharted waters, you don't go in head first, you go in feet first, and that's where we're going to start. We're going to start at your feet. You're building a house, you're building anything, foundations are important, and a lot of people in arm wrestling will forget point number one is get your stance right.
Yeah.
Get your feet right, set yourself, just like you guys do in strongman, mate. What we're using here, this is a World Arm Wrestling Federation stand-up professional table. So basically it's built to suit a guy of about 6 feet in height. Okay. You're about 6'3", so good place to start. We're going to get your stance perfect. Your elbow is going to be placed onto this elbow pad. It's a 7x7 pad.
Yeah.
The reason we're training on this is when you go to the World Arm Wrestling League, that's going to be 2 inches bigger.
Right, okay.
So if we can get 2 inches to the back bigger, okay, so
Got
if
you,
we can
some
get you
movement,
working well on this,
Closer.
we can definitely do better when you've got more room to work within.
Yeah.
You know? What we're going to try and do is get your central core linearity under where your elbow is.
Okay.
So the first thing when you come to the table, on the right arm, your right leg is your attacking leg. So when you come up to the table, I want you to put your right leg forward and your heel almost under the centre of that pad, and then move it about an inch out. I'm under where I'd be now, and if you look down the line of my body there, Ed, you'll see that basically, if I was to take a step away from the table and kick up, see that? Hit my knee straight away, so bang down. Through my shin bone, into my heel, whack! See it? I'm coming off that. It's all linear. It's coming up through my body. So same situation, you go to that side. Now I want you to just stand at the table for me. And at the moment, just stand completely straight up, just normally with your... Now what I'm looking for is the titty test. The titty test is everything.
The titty test?
Middle of the titties. The centre of that, when you take a half turn this way, should be going directly down that line.
Okay,
That's your pin pad.
Yeah.
Put that arm on the peg. Up on top there, because I don't want your elbow to block. If anybody's wondering when you see professional arm wrestlers why they often grip like that, most of the top guys in the world will either go there on top, or they'll literally hold the side of the table and just keep that contact. The rules state...
You've got to be in contact.
Yes. In non-wrestling arm must be in contact. So up on top's a good place to start for the new guys, because it keeps the elbow out of the way. And what I want you to do is, just imagine I'm going to pull your arm down, like this.
Yeah.
Not sideways, just down.
Okay.
Now imagine that motion first of all, just straight down. You ready?
Yeah.
There we go. Now keep your wrist there, so you feel like if you were going to do a really heavy curl,
it's all protected.
You'd be there and you'd be locked in.
Okay.
Get to that position so everything's locked and loaded, and your weight's on that heel.
Okay.
Now lean your body weight back into my arm there. There you go. Feel that?
Yeah.
Now then, imagine I'm going to change that angle slightly this way.
Okay.
So I'm going to pull you towards the elbow pad, or between the elbow pad and the touch pad.
Yeah. So what would I do? Shift?
Lean. You're going to not go forward at all.
Yeah.
You're going to lean backwards and sort of like, if you can imagine, a bicep curl,
Yeah.
a hammer curl, and a lat drag.
Bloody hell. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of those you're going to feel strongest in.
Probably the lat.
Okay. So the lat drag is going to combine with either the hammer element,
Yeah.
or with a turned in bicep curl.
So
now we're not going to put much pressure in this because of your arm.
Yeah.
What I'm looking for is just, you're going to try to connect with which one feels best. But what we're going to do is we'll break this down into the sort of tip elements. We'll go from one to the other. I want you to be able to connect with your leg until you get right back over here. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, in order to achieve that,
Yeah.
just a really, you're getting it.
Yeah.
That was exactly
so
it.
straight
It's
leg.
that movement.
Straight leg. I'm here, so I've got you pinned with a straight
You're going to be
leg.
literally pushing your hip into the table. So I want you to keep your body under that table.
Yeah. So I'm like pivoting off the heel, using my hip to sort of.
Correct.
Yeah.
Very important safety tip for arm wrestling. Always keep your eyes on your hand.
Yeah.
Always look at what you're doing. This is where the action's taking place. Ready, go. Just roll back. Up there, up into my fingers. That's it. There's the connect. Feel it connect there.
Yeah.
Right, now keep going. Keep going. There. Now use that touch of lat and drop your body. Just drop it straight back. There.
Yeah.
That's where you're going.
Yeah.
One of the issues that you have with very big lads like yourself is sometimes your bulk works against you. Your size.
No, I'm struggling to sort of keep my elbow tight.
It's restrictive because you've got all this mass.
And that's giving you the sort of lever, isn't it, really?
Correct. Yeah. So Hannah, next step, which is what Eddie's going to do. In the long run, we're going to get a situation where as you start, I use the bar. So the centre bar. A lot of tables you won't have a centre bar, but your position's correct.
Yeah.
You're going to come off, kick your leg in, kick your hip into the side of the table, and then watch my foot. Okay, as you hip, I start to move. See that?
Yeah. So you are.
I get onto my toe.
Shifting your whole body weight.
As I go to drive, you'll see me later. You see it?
Yeah.
So it's going to go bang, push.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my body as whole body's a lever. And then when we start to move, make that left leg redundant and put it all on your right.
Okay.
Ready, go. Bang. There it is. Better straight away.
Yeah.
There was no sideways there. You went straight back.
And then as soon as I get to the sort of this point,
There
onto
it
my
is.
toe now.
Now go onto your toe and try and push backwards, backwards. There you go. Feel it?
Yeah.
Now that, then I could feel you like,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
looked like the lights went on. So, we've got an indication of your feet. We're going to go to the next thing. I want you to dominate the hand and wrist setup as much as you can. I'm going to say Rob's hand's going to be bigger.
Okay.
And his forearm,
Not necessarily anything else, but
no, well, yeah, you'll have to ask his missus. Yeah.
she already knows.
There you go. His forearm is pretty long as well.
Okay.
So what I need you to do is to get your position in the setup very comfortable.
Yeah.
So when you come in, I want you to do two things. Supinate your arm,
Yeah.
push it forward. This is an area of control. Arm wrestling's control from one area, two areas, particularly this, the fatty part of the palm.
Yeah.
Okay? These two areas. So when you come in there, we've got to engage those early in the setup so that when you come to actually get into the match, you're able to find them again.
Yeah.
Turn that in, under, almost like that, yes.
Yeah.
Okay? And that's defending your hand. The upper side of your hand is then defended. You're
That's the
making
weakest
that,
point, isn't it?
you're making it hard for him to get to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, wrist to wrist, turn that, access it, and get it really high and deep. And then what you'll find is, you see how far around my hand you are already?
Yeah,
you don't have to reach for it, you're right there.
Yeah.
And I want this index finger to go as high behind my index finger knuckle. So Eddie's index finger as high behind my index finger knuckle as he possibly can.
Yeah.
Okay? Now the reason for that is I'm blocked in terms of height,
Yeah.
okay? And I'm also blocked in terms of pronation. Don't do it hard, don't do it aggressive.
Yeah.
You want to fly in under the radar.
Yeah.
Gentle. You maintain control here.
Okay.
This is where the match is won and lost. Right?
Yeah.
So as one of the tips, elbow positioning would be enormous. Really, what you're trying to do with that is give yourself the maximum mobility on the pad to access as many areas of the pad so you can utilize that for defense or attack. With yourself, Ed, that ain't easy, mate.
Yeah.
Because you've got all that mass to work with.
Yeah,
You can't. I can't be setting you up here and carve the. You're just not going to get there. You've got enormous chest, so it ain't going to work. Literally, let your arm open here,
Yeah.
but set your body position to the arm, not the other way.
Yeah, yeah.
Keep that where it is, knowing that in the centre of the table here, Hannah, you can see we've got a little tiny chrome disc. Okay, that's our centre spot.
Yeah.
Also between these pegs. On any arm wrestling table, that's your biggest thing. You're going to be set, and if you're not,
Dead
you
center.
complain.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You say, whoa, whoa, I'm his way.
Yeah.
I want my thumb knuckles to be over that spot.
Yeah. Okay.
And you let your arm be there, never lose that grip. Keep where you are positionally there and make the ref move you to your arm. You understand what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, now, when we start, and we go back to what I was teaching you a minute ago, as you start to attack, you've got the best line to attack the weakest link in the chain.
Yes. So I'm instantly trying to open your hand up. Almost.
Correct. Super tip. Don't fight the hardest place to fight. Find weaknesses. Doesn't matter how strong you are, if you can access a situation where you're targeting your opponent's weakness while engaging your strength, you are going to be in a better position. So literally, if you can target the fingertips, do so. The pronation or supination in the arm wrestling match is pivotally important, critical, much, much more important than people realise. Arm wrestling's won by hand and wrist control and angle control. In other words, controlling the place that the match takes place.
Yeah.
He's going to lay traps all along this route.
Yeah.
So you've got to literally keep concentrating on basics. Control the angle, control the hand, access my power from there.
Yeah.
Height. Height is fundamental, okay? Height wins matches. This index finger, you've got points of height, points of attack. One there,
Yeah.
okay, the index finger knuckle where it joins on the hand.
Yeah.
The second one, the centre of the knuckle.
Yeah.
The third one, the fingertips. As I said to you before, key, fingertip leads everything.
Yeah.
Goes behind to block me.
Okay.
The only thing we've got to be cautious of is you've got to show index finger knuckles. So you're fine there.
Yeah.
The referee's going to look for both these index finger knuckles to be visible before the start of the match. We got that, we're happy. So straighten that up. I'm just going to resist a little, and I want you to just attack, and you can go at it. Ready, go. Bang, there, yeah. That's it. Now get yourself comfortable. Yes. There we go. Now keep rolling into my fingers. See where they are? There, yeah. Now roll and slide. Roll back and slide. Yes, there.
Yeah.
Feel it? You accessed it there a little. Now you're making me fight. Keep it going, keep it going. Now climb your hand a little now. Walk over my hand. Walk over my hand.
Ah, right, okay. So you can
Literally
slip
like
a little.
this.
So you can slip.
Yes. Yeah, if it slips, it slips. Just
So if I come to the end of your fingertips, that's more lever to me, isn't it?
So, Ed, I've got Chris Ham with us. Chris is a former multiple and reigning British champion, lightweight division. So,
Lightweight British champion.
He competes at around 75 kilos in body weight, even 70 on occasion. So about 154 pounds for anybody viewing in the States or so.
I'm 175 kilo.
What we're going to do now is we're going to do that same thing, Ed. So I want you to, without me on there sort of guiding it, let's see if you can access that and chase some of this stuff down.
Okay.
Starting with the grip. Ready, go. There you go. Nice and easy. And relax, leaning back. Try and target those fingers. That's better because Chris is trying to block you off. Get that height. Access this. There you go. Stay with it. Stay with it. Nice and relaxed. Okay, break. Stop. That'll do. Before, one of the biggest things was there, you went lat straight, almost straight away from your lat. So you pulled under his hand.
Yeah. And
That
that's why
gives him the height.
advantage.
Now, he's going to maintain this height when he hits, okay? And that's the key thing. Okay, mate? Ready, go. Bang! See how he's up there? I've blocked him, but look at the height of his wrist. Now, that's put my hand... Yes. Ready, go. There you go, that's it. There you go. Now don't be frightened of going straight over that way now. There you go, there you go.
Don't push.
So where do we go from here then, Neil? So I've got the advantage here.
Keep that momentum there.
Yeah.
Control that pronator.
Yeah.
And just literally roll straight over the back.
Just lean it.
Straight over. What I want you to do is keep accessing this right at the back. And what I'm going to do is watch the position straight up. Can you see I've gone straight back?
Bloody hell. Okay.
This is top rolling.
Yeah.
This is the safest form because you're brand new.
Yeah.
We don't want you getting into joint battles. No good. Ready, go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Now flip. Yes. Yes.
I can't stop that. It's good. You're in hand all the time.
Yeah, good.
Lovely darts. Ready, go. There you go. Now, you see I'm climbing to try and stop you?
Yeah.
Up over the top of it. Up over the top of it.
Like that?
Yeah, that's fine, but keep going back now. You've got it there. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Keep accessing it. Keep accessing it. Keep accessing it. Keep accessing it. Relax, breathe. Relax and breathe. Relax and breathe. Keep going. Relax and breathe. Now move that finger over my index finger knuckle. Move this finger. Yes, there. Now roll my hand over. Turn my hand over. Pronation. Pronation. Unlucky. Yeah. Good side. Your autopilot took over on power.
Yeah. So I went that way rather than that way.
Correct. Okay, guys. So we've been showing Eddie. Basically, let's take a step back, okay? You've got three main systems of arm wrestling, okay? Well, some people would say two, but it's really three. Those systems of arm wrestling are outside arm wrestling. Effectively, you can categorize that as top rolling. Inside arm wrestling. Effectively, you can categorize that as hooking. And the third one is pressing, tricep pressing, okay? Now, we've been working with yourself because we've got a very limited period of time with a new guy. The safest form of arm wrestling is outside arm wrestling or top rolling.
Over the top.
Okay? Over the top.
Yeah.
If we have a situation where you feel really comfortable with that and we get an opportunity to move on to another technique, we'd probably move to the hook.
The hook.
Okay?
Okay.
Now, you know when I'm telling you to set up and to grip at wrists and to come in?
Yeah.
Same situation with the hook. The reason it's called inside arm wrestling is because you're going to utilise a lot more of the inside of your forearm.
Right. Yes. Okay.
Top rolling uses the outside of your forearm, and most of the activity in the movement takes place on the outside of the movement. The outside of the forearm, the outside of the hand. With arm wrestling, it's always descriptive of what you're actually doing. Inside arm wrestling is you're moving forward, you're accessing your bicep, your chest, and you're turning the guy into this hook. Can you see how my arm's making the position of a hook? It's going to take place in here.
Okay.
And then from there, you're utilising all that to drive your opponent down without ever letting them access your hand. let's say you're too strong for me, and I'm a new guy in a pub, in a gym,
Yeah.
and I start to push sideways.
Yeah.
I start to push, but you're resisting.
Yeah.
What that's doing is you're twisting the bone. Because if you go to a gym, mate, you don't lift like this. You lift like this. It's on muscle. Arm wrestling, you're pushing sideways. A new guy doesn't know
and
to
I
push.
can sympathise with that because me and Brian Shaw had an arm wrestle behind the scenes at Europe's Strongest Man last year, and we did left arm, and we went at it, and I just beat him. But I tell you now, me and Brian were on a TV show for probably 4 months after that, and both of us had the worst arm ache of our lives.
Yeah, it's like
the worst.
Like beyond belief toothache. We call it the achy breaky.
It's literally like it feels like your bone is splintered.
So,
Well then,
same situation. We're accessing that same position on the setup,
Yeah.
but this time we're not trying to turn out because you're going to literally try and supinate in. So this is when you
This way.
you're supinating. So you're keeping this height. Just to dispel one myth, a lot of guys, right? They think that in arm wrestling, what you do when you hook, you supinate hard in there and you turn in and you don't control that pronation and supination that I've been banging on about, boring everybody to see us. Trust me this, I don't care whether you're hooking, pressing, top rolling, if you're arm wrestling and you are not thinking about controlling the pronation, controlling this action, you are missing a huge fundamental prerequisite of winning an arm wrestling match. Wherever you are, if your opponent can turn your arm to their whim, you need to be worried.
Yeah.
Because that's going to allow them to access places that will take your power away, however strong you are. You're gaining your victory in the match through controlling what we call cupping, which is cupping is this, okay? Rising is this. Both of those things would be fundamental importance right now. So on the setup, what I'm going to try to do is, number one, I'm angling my body differently. So as all our pressure was backwards before, in this instance, the first element of it is actually setting the hook. I used to actually slide the skin on my elbow back. I would come off when I was hooking, I would come back with scars under my elbow. I'd use the skin on my elbow, I'd slot it back, and then I'd rock forward onto it to set the position.
Yeah.
Okay? There's a lot more advanced stuff than that, but we're keeping it basic for now. So, same situation, get that forward, because I want you to almost use this as your feeling bracket. I want you to keep that in contact throughout. This very far forward, this in contact. And this, I want you to literally almost fall forward along that line. Don't twist,
So
just fall forward.
Fall into that.
Fall straight forward, only an inch, there.
Yeah.
And then, from that position, I want you to do what you were doing before, control that pronation.
Keep it locked.
And literally roll through my arm.
Yeah.
And then from that position, I set it, and I'm coming here.
Okay.
And what I'm doing is controlling this pronator as I go.
Okay.
Ready, go. Now rise and relax. Now go. Some there, honey.
Yeah.
So all I did then,
Well on behind.
You
All I
got
did then
more tricep in.
was rock
You get your
my
tricep.
tricep and then just finish it off with that
But
pump.
boy, you have
You
the
were more
height.
towards that was more towards initially a tricep press.
Right, okay.
Which isn't a bad thing for you because you got stupid
you straight-
tricep.
and you shorten my arm massively then.
Yeah.
Ready, go. There you go. Now relax, relax, relax and breathe. Relax and breathe. Relax and breathe. Now relax, relax. Now then, just squeeze everything across sideways real slow, real slow.
Move your
Okay,
body.
real slow. There you go. Yeah, we're not going to do that because you're a little, you're not comfortable there, yeah? And that's where the joint pain comes from.
Yeah.
We're going to leave that.
Yeah, okay. So out of the two, which one would you say are more stronger on there then?
Well, this is a weird one with you, Ed, because your natural strength is what we were just doing there.
Yeah.
Well, there is no way I'm going to put you into that environment.
Okay, so over the top is the way we're doing it.
Yeah, we're going to stick with that for now.
Okay.
We'll see where we are in April, and if we've progressed to the point where you can sort of get into that, then we will.
Yeah.
But right now, I want you safe above all things, really, and I want to get to a situation where you're able to use your power without worrying about busting something off the bone.
Yeah.
That gives us a good base to start with, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I mean,
Yeah, no, that's
hopefully that made sense.
Very eye-opening. All the tips there were it's amazing what little things, just that little inch, that little not even a centimetre, half a centimetre, gave me that huge advantage to get the over the top roll.
Colossal. What I will say, mate, is I know I set you up with this, right? But joking aside, the balls that you are displaying in taking that match on, a man in your position, who's, in my opinion and in many people's position, the strongest static human being that's ever existed. For you to go balls out and take this on,
that's what I do.
My hat can't come off far enough, mate.
Thanks, buddy.
You're stepping into the lion's den against a guy who's the world #1.
I like to challenge myself, and why not challenge myself against the world's best?
If anybody out there is sort of, you know, thinking that this is a mock-up or a mistake, it isn't.
Yeah.
This is real. He's going to have a do. Win, lose or draw, it's on, brother.
It's on. Thanks, bro.
No worries.
Thanks for coming down.
No worries.
Right, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure having Neil down, and Chris. Thank you so much for coming down and showing me the ropes. It is absolutely amazing what these little, tiny little techniques and tricks make such a huge difference. You know, such a big man of myself, and obviously, you know, Chris proved it right. You get that technique right, a big, strong guy man myself. He can pin me, he can hold me. So it just goes to show that arm wrestling isn't just brute strength. It is, I would say, 80% technique, 20% strength, which has been proved here today. Rob Vigent Jr. I'm going up against the world's best here, the world arm wrestling champion in the middleweights. I don't fancy going up against Devin Lorat.
No.
I saw what he did to 4, and I don't fancy that. So I think I'm not being too obnoxious there. You know, I'm not saying I'm going to come in and sort of like dominate the heavyweights, but I think I can come in and I think I can hang with the middleweight world champion. I seriously do. So I'm going to go away. I mean, we've got a few months till the competition. So, and I'm busy as hell. You know, I'm traveling all over the world, but there's, you know, I still get my training in. So Neil's going to show me some exercises now to do behind the scenes to strengthen these core muscles, you know, the over the top muscles and everything, the wrists, the elbows, and I'll be coming in strong. So Rob Vigent Jr., you little bitch, I'm coming for you. And tell your missus keep my side of the bed warm, alright? Thank you. Right, guys, if you like the video, like it, please subscribe, and I'll see you soon. But thanks for watching. Big love, the beast. See you later.